What are some strategies I use to beat market panic? So, one of the things I haven't talked about so much yet is that I don't put all my bets into one single setup coin, um, because nothing is 100% in this market. Okay, just because you feel really strongly about a coin or setup does not mean that I am gonna go 100% into that setup. Not anymore, because I've been in this trading game for over 5 plus years. I've been there before where I have put a lot more of my bets uh, or portfolio into one single setup or coin. Um, and it's great if it works out, right? Because now you have multiplied that huge bet. But if it doesn't, then there's no recourse. Now what I do is I actually split my bets into different setups at different times, because I've seen many setups that don't work out. Too many. Okay, even though they have a high chance of not of working out. Okay, so the reasoning now I distribute my bets is because if, let's say for example, I have a high probability of an upside here and that doesn't work out, um and it dips further, I still have a recourse of actually putting more bets into the dip and make money off that dip, right? And not just wait until the price goes back up to the first position before I can actually make some money. And if that dip continues further, well, I still have more dry powder, right? There's, of course, been few occasions where I run out of dry powder, but I mean, that is still better than putting all my bets into the first bets, right? We're also going to be talking about Arbitrum here, which has a very it looks like it's breaking out right now, and it could be a huge breakout here. Okay, now I just also want to talk about a few viewer questions as well, and I just want to be completely honest with you. Viewer questions that include what are the tokenomics of Arbitrum or any other coins in this market, as well as what their use case is. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know. Okay, I don't know the use case or the tokenomics of these altcoins. I know that Bitcoin, which is probably the only white paper I read, is that the supply would actually decrease, and there's only a limited amount of Bitcoin. But for any other altcoins, I don't know their tokenomics. I don't know their use cases, but I am here to make money off the altcoins because they have higher volatility than Bitcoin, right? And that's why I am focusing on the charts and talking to you guys about the charts every day, to find these setups to make more profitable trades. So I am a trader, and that is what I do. I also want to let you guys know that I am, of course, bullish on this market, right? I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of the altcoins here, so my opinion on this market is still bullish, but it also very much depends on what Bitcoin does. I did a more detailed video on Bitcoin today. I highly recommend you guys watch it. I'll link you guys at the end of this video. I never trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin dumps, that could dump these altcoins. Now, Arbitrum has broken out of this falling wedge pattern. This is the weekly time frame. Very important, because the bigger the pattern, the bigger the price targets. Now, this is a huge pattern. Price target for this breakout here, which happened back in July 7th. The price target for this one would be about $2, above $2.20 here, price target. Now, the price target is estimate only. It's an estimate only. There could be more or less. Very much depends on Bitcoin. And like I said, my opinion on Bitcoin right now, still bullish. But, of course, these are just my opinions like the rest of this video, and not financial advice. Now, Arbitrum has been getting through some of these key resistances on this weekly time frame, including the weekly 21 SMA that's currently at about 40 cents right now. and it's trying to get on top of the weekly 50 SMA at about 52 cents. Okay, let's see if it could do that. Let's take a look into a smaller time frame and see what Arbitrum could be doing. All right, 4-hour time frame, falling wedge pattern, which is a bullish pattern that usually breaks to the upside. Let's just say if it breaks to the upside here, by this point, the price target would be about almost 56 cents. So let's see if it does that. Of course, gotta be keeping an eye out on Bitcoin, and also gotta consider the downside risk, because even though falling wedges has a higher chance of breaking to the upside, there's still a smaller chance they break down. So this is basically what I'm seeing for Arbitrum. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of Arbitrum or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis.